Stop apologizing for doing good in life. I'm going to say it again. Stop apologizing for doing good in life. Because you're doing better in life than everybody else around you, that's not your fault, and you shouldn't apologize for it. Let's talk about it. You never got to feel guilty, guys, for succeeding in life, for doing what you're supposed to be doing in life. Oftentimes, the people around us, your 5 closest friends, are not where you are. And if you're in a situation like that, guys, you have to change it. Now, I'm not telling you to leave your friends. I'm not telling you to disown your family and all these things right here. What I'm saying is that your 5 closest friends are the subtotal of who you are, right? On a subconscious level, psychologically, and on a mental, right? A bonding, connecting. And what happens is when you find yourself elevating to another level, because that's who you are anyway. I come from struggle, right? A lot of us come from struggle. And when you get yourself out of a situation or out of the hood or whatever you want to call it, that situation that you've been in, oftentimes you are not the same person. People panic when you're not the same person. People that know it is your friends and family, people that care about you, they feel you pulling away. That pull is just your success, the fact that you're moving up. Now, the idea here is not to try to change anybody, but to influence change by who you are, right? That's the key. Now, for me, I try to keep up and bypass my prior goals, okay? It's a personal thing for me. Your goals should be personal to you. It's not about nobody next to you, to your left, to your right. It's not about your neighbor, anyone else. It's not about getting girls, although those are benefits of it, right? That's only a byproduct of what being on your purpose and your mission in life is. When you put the work in, guys, there's no reason for guilt, because you've got achiever's guilt, right? You've got that guilt where because you're moving on your purpose, you're digging in, you're not going out those particular nights, or you're sacrificing your time to put in some study time, to set goals or reset your goals, things that don't calculate, things that's not working out, and you're trying to fix these little trouble points in your success path. And you do those things. Those are self-rewarding, self-satisfying, and it's really backing yourself and building yourself for your future, right? We're sitting in the back and we're planning and we're seeing the further picture, the picture ahead of us, the goal we need to be at. Goal setting is so important, right? Now, most of the times, I know I do personally, I try to tell people what I'm doing. You know, I say, hey, you know, they say, what are you into? I go, oh, I do this, that, right? Except for this channel. No one, if you find this channel, guys, nobody knows except my clothes, and they found it. They found me on it and whatever. So I've been doing this for a while too, guys. I've been doing this for a minute. And the funny thing is that I want it to be organic, guys, you know. So all my likes, my subscribers, the people that are on there, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys, my family, because you're finding it organically, right? I'm not recruiting, right? I'm putting information out there. The intellectual property is out there for you guys to pick up on, to use it. What you don't need, just chuck it, right? The idea here is to give and grow. Give and grow. All that you put out comes back to you, right? I do believe that, right? This is no charge. There's no fee for this. It's free. Free gems. These jewels, pick them up. The shorts, the longer videos I have, check them out. If you don't know me by now, get to know me, right? The idea here, though, achiever's guilt is the feeling that you're pulling past everyone else in your achievements, just as it sounds. The problem is that creates a lot of self-sabotage, and you slow down a little bit. Even your friends or family that say, hey, you know, you're really doing a whole lot. We actually, you know, my mom encourages us, right? So we encourage each other, right? Because they motivate me. I'm not the one on top, but they motivate me to do what I'm doing in my own realm here, right? So, and I appreciate that. And I share this with you guys. So achiever's guilt will create self-sabotage if you don't have support. Now, the 5 closest friends you have, now, some of them they may be supportive. They may even intensify you to do better, or they coach you up, right? Fine, you keep them. What I'm talking about is when you want to get past these things, if it's a problem, you feel yourself slowing down because you want to stay with your group, that's fine. One thing is for one thing. One thing's for another. So, an example, in my businesses and my advancements when it comes to academics and marketing or whatever. That's business stuff, right? Hanging out, fun, talking, catching up, balancing our books, where we are in life, those things. That's over here. And if we incorporate things, we incorporate. Some of my people over here are also over here. Got it? So we grow together. My goal is for everybody to grow. We all grow so we can all hang out. I don't want to pay the bill for everybody else. I don't want to be paying for the yachts for everybody. Let's all chip in. Everybody put chip in. Everybody chip in. We all got it like that. And that's how I roll. So, and that's the ultimate goal. This way, there's no guilt. There's more encouragement. Because a lot of times I found myself in the early days slowing myself down, saying, yo, you know what? I am going too fast. I need to enjoy life a little bit. I need to sit back. I need to fall back. And you get lost. You lose your purpose. You lose your timing, right? So it's very important to avoid achiever's guilt and know that I'm not going to be guilty if I'm putting in the value and I'm putting the work in. No one's going to take that from me. I'm not going to apologize for being successful. You should never apologize for being successful, guys, right? Survivor's guilt, another one, makes you feel bad for succeeding. Once you succeed and you see that the people in your life aren't there, you end up compensating for them, right? And taking care of little things here and there, which is fine. I don't think that's a guilt. I think there's a certain responsibility to a degree, but I also think there's more responsibility to teach, right? To show them how to fish if they're so inquired, if they so desire to learn these things, right? Not force it upon them, but again, finding a way to help them out without hindering them, because too much help, they're going to count on it. They're still going to be who they are, right? So I don't feel survivor's guilt in that sense, right? But I do feel that for people that are have real world situations, right? That's due to government or policies or zoning and all this other injustices that, it takes all of us to fix, not just one person, right? And that needs to be addressed. But that's type of survivor guilt that I would feel is the issue, a real issue, right? What you do locally, town, and community, that all helps, right? But on a large scale, you shouldn't feel survivor's guilt again for succeeding. Think about the work you put in, that you built this. It didn't come out of the sky and fall in your lap. Next one. Now, wealthy guilt. Now, that could be a part of what we said before. The success that we've gotten us to a place where we are wealthy, right? Our money makes money all day long, every day. Now, the guilt will come in more so if it fell into your lap, right? A trust, a inheritance, and those kind of things, right? But again, it's not so much you being guilty, it's what you do with it, right? It's how you make it grow, especially from a wealth standpoint. Contributions, right? Donations, your favorite foundation, right? Could alleviate that because now you're putting the work in. Your local clergy, right? A lot of society, your community, see what you can do in your community to donate or support or, ease, your economic, your wealthy conscious needs contribution. Everyone, we need contribution to be peace in that whole. I do believe that. Personally, I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how much. This is why these big guys, these philanthropists, give all this money out, because there's a certain duty of contribution, right? And you make if you make a large sums of wealth, in my opinion, you can get all your money, keep it all to yourself, or put it on your mattress. I don't care. But for the most part, my personal opinion, to alleviate guilt, if you have a conscience, some people don't care. But if you have a conscious mind and you're conscious in thought, you're going to feel a certain type of way, because money will not make you happy. Contribution will. I have more to contribute, because now you're grateful. You have gratitude. And then guess what happens? More money comes back. That's just how the cycle works. That's how the energy works. That's what the vibe is. That's how the frequency operates, right? Information is downloaded to us. We don't come up with these thoughts. They're downloaded. When our frequency is set right, the information is downloaded, and it's based on how we respond to that frequency is the results. If we're tuned in, to that frequency when it comes in at the right time, if you believe in that, that's when your purpose comes in, right? You get the vision, you see it, do it, boom, right? So move with purpose. As long as you put the work in, you know you put the work in, there is no guilt. Rewards, right? Like, subscribe, comment below. When you hear your family, you know I got you. It's XL, and I'm out.